Alright everybody, how's it going? Happy Saturday, or whatever day you're watching this. I hope it's the best day. Welcome to the channel. This is the first video. Figured I'd kick things off with a free comic book day vlog, and then I think I'm getting a lift in afterwards, so I'm just gonna record everything, take you guys along. But today's a huge day. My main LCS, or it's not really local, but my main comic book store is holding a 50% off for almost everything, so gonna try to pick up a big haul there. Got some things on the wish list we can talk about while I'm driving over. But yeah, pretty exciting. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna get some food, go get a lift with one of my friends, and the goal is to visit 3 shops today. So I got Phantasm Comics first, second will be JC Comics, and then third will be Fat Moose Comics. So this is all in New Jersey and like slightly Pennsylvania. But yeah, super excited. Been looking for some books, and this is just an opportunity to get them for a little bit of a discounted rate. Alright, so we're now on the way to pick up my friend Nick, and then we're gonna head over to our first stop, which is Phantasm Comics in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Super excited for this stop because I think, as I said earlier, everything in the store, books wise, is going to be 50% off, which is huge because there's been a few collected editions and back issues that I've wanted to get my hands on, and I think this is going to be a really good excuse to just pile up on the books, because there's a few runs that I have been looking to fill out recently. Been getting really into the Rebirth era of DC, so one of the main runs that I'm really into is Red Hood and the Outlaws. So prior to Rebirth, the run with Roy Harper, Jason Todd, and Starfire was not very good, but I am super enjoying the Jason, Artemis, and Bizarro trio, and I just want to collect those first 25 issues of the run. I already have a bunch of them, but there are a few that I still need to fill in, and they've been a little bit tough to come by just off of normal means, so we're visiting 2 other shops that I haven't really looked through back issues in, to try to fill up some holes. Number 2 would be Radiant Black. So I've read a decent amount of it, really enjoyed what I read, but I'm going to be giving it another read through super soon. I think they're on like issue 40, 41 right now. So I just added Radiant Black to my monthly pull list because I want to keep up with it from now on. But I'm trying to fill in the holes in the prior years, which I wasn't getting the single issues for. So last week made a stop at Midtown Comics, picked up a bunch of back issues there, but there's still about 20 or so issues where I'm looking for that main A cover as well as the variants. And the other thing about Red Hood and the Outlaws is back then there weren't that many variant covers for each issue. Way less than there are now, because now like you pick up a mainstay DC cover and there's an A to D cover at all times. There's like never less than 3 or 4 variants. But back then I think Gillum March did all like the B covers for the entire run, and Gillum March is one of my favorite artists. He does insane work. So just love to see his stuff on any run actually. So if I run into any Gillum March, that's also on my wish list. Other artists I've been into recently, Riley Rosmo. He was half of the art team, I guess, for The Moon Is Following Us, because Daniel Warren Johnson did the other half. But Riley Rosmo, I've been really loving his covers. He just had a cover for Red Roots, and then he had a cover for Fury of Firestorm that I picked up, and I'm hoping to see him one day and get those signed because he does some amazing work. Other artists, the Dodsons, I really like their work with Absolute Wonder Woman. I've been picking up their variant covers for that run. And then obviously we got some heavy hitters like DNA, Daniel Warren Johnson as well. And then my personal favorite, Nick Dragata currently. I know his stuff is a little bit pricey right now because he's got a lot of his work is centered on absolute Batman. But if we can find Nick Dragata stuff, keeping our fingers crossed. I know Fat Moose, they had Dragata signed a bunch of their absolute Batman issues and some of the other books that he did cover art or interiors for. So I think those are on a discount too. So I might pick up a few of the signed versions just because they look awesome. So yeah, looking out for those artists. And then the other runs that I'm looking to fill in, Transformers, just getting on that as well. Really like it. Really love the art style. I know it switched creative teams, but that's another one where I'm just adding to my monthly pull, like currently, but I just want to fill in those back issues. So there's a lot to be filled in there. And then I don't even know. I feel like I just added some stuff to my wish list yesterday. Just a few collected editions, like The Walking Dead. I want to get all the deluxe hardcovers, volumes 1 through 16. I already have like 4 of them, but just need to complete those runs. And then in terms of single issues, man, there's like things here or there that I'll grab, but not too many like full runs that I'm really looking for. I don't know, I have so many things on my wish list. A lot of my back issue digging will just be me going through them one by one, and then just like deciding if it's cool or not, if I like the artist. Because right now I'm building out like a comic book wall, and I'm not organizing it very well. Like, it's not organized by run or artist. It is literally, oh, if I like the artist, it's gonna just go on the wall, not in like a specific spot. If it looks cool, it's gonna go up there. So yeah, very scattered wish list, but I will be showing you guys the full haul, just bringing you guys along while I do some digging. I know a few of the things I really want to get my hands on are the Transformers Volume 2 hardcover deluxe that just dropped this past week, and then the Invincible #1 Omni with the Marvel team-up cover. Really want to grab that one, or been wanting to grab that one. I already have a bunch of the Invincible collected editions, but I think my goal with that is to basically get them all. Super unrealistic on the single issue side because I have like 2 of the single issues out of the entire 144 issue run. But yeah, Invincible is also on the wish list. If I find any of those at a discount, I'd be really hard pressed not to buy it. I will 100% be picking up any Invincible. Yeah, because I mean, I was talking about favorite artists earlier. Ryan Ottley, he's all the way at the top. Super iconic now from his work with Invincible, but with his current run on Battle Beast, you know, the quality's just stayed there. And it was super cool that he commented on one of my posts this past month. So shout out to Ryan Ottley, insanely talented artist. Hope I actually get to meet him one day and get some stuff signed. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I will check back in with you guys when we get to Phantasm. See ya. All right, we've arrived at Stella. Picked up Nick J Fitness, getting some brunch, but it's more like lunch. This restaurant's sick, and it's right on the Delaware River, so gonna enjoy this, then pull up to Phantasm right after. Kind of had to change plans because the drive was longer than anticipated. We're at Phantasm now. Not yet. Okay. Could I keep that in my box for now? up at Phantasm, picked up, I don't even want to say how many dollars worth of books. But now we're at JC, but before we go into JC Comics in North Plainfield, I did want to show off what I got from Phantasm, because I walked away with, I think, more than I thought I was going to walk away with, but the main thing, oh my god, okay, I got the Invincible Omnibus one, and if you see my Invincible reel, you know I have like a lot of the different collected editions, but that was one I still needed. And Phantasm had 50% off, which I already mentioned in this video, so got that for a lot cheaper. And then I got a bunch of single issues. Some of the main ones I'm excited about are the Black Mirror single issues. Got those for sale as well, so hyped about that. Man, there's almost like too many. Some old trades like Tech Jacket, Batman Detective Comics by Tinian, and then a few collected editions, hardcover deluxe editions. Got the new covers for the Absolute Trinity for their Volume 1 trades. Also picked up a few things for a few friends. Heard a lot of good things about 8 Billion Genies, so I picked that up as well. And then wrapping it up, we got a bunch of the Image deluxe editions. So both between the Ghost Machine and the Energon Universe ones. Already have Transformers Volume 1, but we got Void Rivals number 1. Transformers number 2, A cover. Geiger number 1. Junkyard Joe. And Rook Exodus. So, as I'm sharing that, you're not going to mentally guess how much I spent. We're just not going to talk about that number. But now we're going to go into JC Comics. Take a look and see if we can pull any of the single issue wish lists out. Third and final stop of the day. Free comic book day almost over. My wallet is fucking empty. But we're at Fat Moose Comics. But just like earlier, I want to show you what we got from JC Comics. It was packed. You probably saw it in the recording, but there was people in a line just to get free comic books. They had to cordon it off in a way where they had to get single file to get the book. So unlike in Phantasm where they had them open on the table, there was just way too many people. But we got a pretty big haul from JC Comics as well. Got a Funko Pop of Rick and Morty, or Morty holding little Rick, for my brother. Shout out to the owner of JC, because he actually gave me that for free. But then we kind of got some art books, Invincible Seasons 1 and 2. Super beautiful. I mean, I just love the show, so that's just awesome. And this is like where I actually got a shit ton of the single issues I was looking for. So I'm not gonna bore you and go through everything, but I got a bunch of the back issue Radiant Blacks I was looking for. Again, started on that late, so I'm picking up on it. But I got a few of the ones that came out recently. So Jorge Corona cover for Zatanna. And then the Invincible month variant for Exquisite Corpses 11, I think. We got some Transformers. Absolute Batman incentive cover. Again, everything was on discount at JC Comics. This was 30% off everything, I believe. And then the last little bit of the haul went into the back issue bins. Dug out, very happy about this, dug out some of the Daredevil from the Born Again run. So it's your pre-2000s Daredevil, really happy about that. Filled out some other stuff like Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth number 1. Been looking for that one. Got it for pretty cheap, so really happy about that. And then we got some trades. So again, picking some stuff up for the boys. My friend wanted Secret Wars and Ghost Rider: The Return of Blaze, so pick that up. And then for myself, just packing the Daredevil collection down. So really happy about that pickup. Again, last stop here, hoping that I get to spare my wallet a little bit. But if they got some really good signed books, I don't know how I'm gonna resist. Fat Moose was hit. That was the quicker stop of the day, but my wallet told me please help, so I helped it out a little bit. Just went in, took a look at their Omnis, some that what I was looking for, but they didn't have it, so instead indulged on more of the Batman Detective Comics run by Scott Snyder, and I found this cool foil #1 of All-Star Superman, so that's gonna go up on the wall. That's gonna be sick. But mainly excited about these. So in conjunction with the 2 that I picked up from Phantasm, that's going to net me almost the entire run besides that one really expensive Joker cover. But yeah, now with the buying, the fun part out of the way, we're gonna hit the gym now, so that's more of Nick's field. But yeah, quick pull day, gonna go back to the home gym, then we'll kind of do like a recap on what we got today in a bit more of an organized format. But thank you for tagging along so well and watching me spend my money. So comics are back in the room. We'll do a post free comic book day review. But now we're at Powerhouse, hitting our pull day. Nick and I are gonna try to go heavy today. We got push planned for tomorrow. The pull day is just gonna be our main back movements, our vertical, horizontal rows, our chest supported row. I'll be recording everything, but you know, finishing out like a perfect day with a good pull day, my favorite day. But yeah, get into the lift. See you guys on the other side. And just like that, the day's done. So comics have been lifted out of the store. Then we hit a good pull day. Got some good food in the middle. 10 out of 10 day. Don't really have many like additional things to show off, I guess. I picked up a few of the new comics. Not all of them, even though my main store, this you could grab one of each, but some of them I just wasn't that interested in, so I grabbed some of the Marvel stuff, like the Energon stuff, the DC stuff, and there was like a Blue Lock one that I thought was kind of cool. So I'll be giving those a look through. Got some comics for my boys, secured as much as I could for them, but main thing for me, number one, obviously what I'm really happy about is I got a lot of collected editions for way cheaper. That Invincible Omnibus it's no joke. Like, yeah, getting that for 50% off, not bad at all. I mean, they're not comic books, but the two Art of Invincible for the TV show, dude, I just love Invincible. Like, come on. This was a no-brainer, even though I actually did a coin flip with Nick in the shop. I said, if it lands on heads, I'm going to grab one. And if it lands on heads again, I'm going to grab another one. And Siri did my wallet dirty and said, you know, let him have Invincible. So here we are. But yeah, I also got a bunch of like the Image stuff. So for a side-by-side, that's the Ghost Machine stuff next to the Energon Universe stuff. I think the image quality of these collected editions is insane. I got the Transformers Volume 1. Previously, I was just collecting the trades. But after looking at the deluxe editions, you really can't argue with the look, the quality. I think it's worth it, especially 50% off. These were $35 to begin with. I think I'm a liar. They're $50 to begin with, $25 after 50% off. So worth. And then Ghost Machine, obviously. Like, how often do you see a Junkyard Joe deluxe edition? Like, that's beautiful. And then, you know, just to sort of flex my vanity, I guess, a little bit more. I mean, I have these in like so many editions at this point, but the Absolute Trinity, those beautiful Jim Lee covers, I'm probably not even going to open these, but just having them, you know, just to signify some cool things that came out on Free Comic Book Day, I just wanted to have them. And I love these stories. And 50% off, again, got them from Phantasm. Each of them were $25 retail, going down to $12.50. So, I don't know. Maybe you got to stop at Phantasm and you'll get everything you want. And then, as I showed off earlier, a lot of back issues in old Detective Comics run. Pretty much got the entire Black Mirror run done in one fell swoop. And then really happy about picking up this random All-Star Superman foil. Again, showed that off already. But that's going up on a wall somewhere. That's awesome. Batman Rebirth. I know we're not hot on Tom King, but I do like Rebirth. As someone who started reading comics, like a lot of comics after the whole Rebirth era, and then kind of understanding that Rebirth was a really good place to jump on, I'm just now realizing those stories are really cool. So, two of the other standout ones, Red Hood and Green Arrow Rebirth. Come on, those look sick. Especially the Red Hood one. Red Hood and the Outlaws. That's awesome. And I was like, I don't know the evaluation on them, but I just love... I recently read Born Again all the way through in one like sitting, and I really enjoyed it. So, extremely shocked, to be honest, to find multiple issues of the run for extremely cheap. There were more than these two, but I just found these. And then, in terms of the other pickups, you know, trades to begin with already one of the cheaper options for collected editions, but with all the sales, I was able to get some that I was interested in at a discount. So not a bad time to buy them. So Rise of the Batman, Tinian's Detective Comics from Rebirth. Definitely want to give that a try, so pick that up. Daredevil, Man Without Fear, Ed Brubaker. This is... I want to say that this is volume 1 out of 2. So I'm going to start reading that. Been getting really into Daredevil. Love it. Obviously, Daredevil Frank Miller. These ones were kind of hard to come by. I was looking on Amazon. They're really expensive. So I was super happy to stumble upon one and get it on sale. I think I got this one from JC Comics. Shout out. And the last one, 8 Billion Genies. I've been seeing videos of this book on Instagram and on YouTube, just kind of praising the storytelling. So I wanted to give it a shot. Been getting really into indies recently. Shout out to my boys at New to Comics, but they've been breaking me into new stuff, and you'll probably see me talk about all of the indie stuff I've enjoyed on the channel at different points. So insanely huge haul. Thank you for tagging along. It's been a long but extremely fun day, and I'm probably gonna do a video on like top 5 best books to get into like DC, top best books to get into comics in general, and also like a dummy's guide to comics, because I know a lot of people don't understand what the difference between different collected editions is, what it means to be on a pull list, how single issues work, that sort of thing. Like variants, for example, I know people are confused by that. So I think that's definitely a video that would bring some insights and people would find really helpful. But I just love talking about comic books. Love hitting the gym after getting my comic books. So if you like the vibe, stick around, please subscribe. Please leave a like and comment what you're reading. Comment what you picked up on Free Comic Book Day. I hope someone out there hurt their wallet as much as I did. Not in like a mean way, but just like, join me in solidarity. But yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.